Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Elijah Gaming, and it is time to talk about the debate on quitting Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. I know. This is debating on quitting Yu-Gi-Oh! The follow-up. This is following up debating on quitting Yu-Gi-Oh! Discussion. Came out April 27th. Link in the description below. Honestly, outside of the Tag Weekly, which we talked about Madden and Madden content, and the franchise draft and NCAA and older games coming out, and how I've been enjoying Madden 24, I have no other content out. Why? Well, I spent the last week playing modded Lethal Company content warning to make sure the mods work, to get set up for those next videos whenever me, Cross, and Broken Ideas, and maybe Archaic, Visionary, play those games. But I've also been doing modded Minecraft, having a good time. I've stopped playing Call of Duty because it's just horrible, crashing. The zombies mode would be cool if they added a bunch of stuff, but that's going off topic. I've also been playing Pokemon. I have a bunch of games over here. Currently on Pokemon Black-White version. I have the white version, but I do have the black version if I need to. I have my 3DS that I'm actually playing on, not an emulator, like the actual cartridges. And I've just been going back and finding out what I enjoy and what I love and playing different stuff. And then it hit me. I've been watching a lot of YouTube. And I came across a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't want to say just channels, but, channels discussing Yu-Gi-Oh! And whether it's quitting, the state of the game, the disenchantment with the game, should you get back into it? Should you leave? Blah, blah, blah. And there's a few of them, and, some are about right now just released, or some have been out for a month or two. And the current format and the pricing and all that doesn't help. But I realized watching these that all these guys have people they play with, people they reach out to. And it hit me that I found out what really is making me debate about quitting Yugioh. And it's truly a community thing. Not the community of you guys watching me, I appreciate that. But, Masso Duel, or Virtually Pro. They're isolated things. Why to play with Friendly Duelist, he doesn't want his voice on thing. And when I've talked to him a bit, he's also a guy who, recently with Virtually Pro, his life is getting busy, and there's times where I don't even see him online for a specific amount of period. And I'm thinking, is there a time where we cut this short? Like when I do get to talk to him, it works out. We can film a bunch of stuff. But at this time, there's not people I can reach out to make content with like some of the others, it feels like. And maybe that's just me not reaching out. Maybe it's me catching people at a bad time, or say we're going to do something and nothing ever happens. And Yu-Gi-Oh! For me was that game. Whether it's when the game first came out, playing with different rules, like following the anime where there's no tributing, or following some of the weird video game rules, or, you doing like draft things where we grab a bunch of cards, mix them up, and you randomly select cards face down and you build your deck, pack drafts, whether it's the cool thing of hanging out with a bunch of friends and playing the game, playing silly decks, playing character-based decks, or, testing decks for regionals, or whatever qualifiers, the community back in the day of the Hobby League, or the Toys R Us, it was Hobby League, right? Like the Store League and all that. It's one of those things where, as I look back, the best memories was before I had a plethora of options. Now, if I want to play Yu-Gi-Oh!, there's two stores. One, the closest one, very rarely does it. Now it's super sweaty. Other ones in heart of Seattle, not worth it. And any one further than that is like driving hours upon hours upon hours upon hours, which I don't think is worth it. You see, because back in the day, plenty of stores around here had Yu-Gi-Oh! And some were super sweaty all the time. Some were super chill. Some, had more casuals than the other. And, I could pick and choose. And it was great. It was a great time. Because if I wanted to go mess around with my Fish Synchro deck, back in the day, when I'm talking modern Fish Synchro, we're talking like, Black Ring era, I could go to a chill store and play with it. There was cool communities, people interacting. And I talked about in the discussion video that when I got back in, everyone was online because of COVID. And, I spent time talking with people and hanging out with people. And it was like, God, this is so cool. And I was loving it. And I realized I'm so isolated. There's not a place for me to go hang out. I don't know any friends IRL that play anymore. The one friend I still had has moved. Um, and it's not that I hate my content at all. I love my Yu-Gi-Oh content. I just wish there was a series I could do with somebody else. It's something that like Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel, or I should say Maso Duel, our Master Duel series. It's fine when I record it on like the stream, but when I record it by myself, it's so slow. Seeing the same decks over and over again, it feels like I'm wasting my time. At least when I'm on stream, I have people to chat with, and if there's nobody in chat, it feels kind of bad. But it's like, the quitting Yu-Gi-Oh, the debate on this. I've decided that for the finale, I'm going to try to invite the people from the Sparkman tourney and see which ones are available, and can kind of get a thing together where we can discuss about it, what they think about it, and have other Yu-Gi-Oh players kind of bounce back what I'm saying and see if they have suggestions or stuff. Because at this point, if I do not talk to other people about this, or have this little thing about if I should quit or not, and see how they get someone else's perspective on it, because other perspectives are so important. Never forget that, guys. If I had to make my decision right now, I would quit, and every series would end effective immediately, because I don't think it's worth. But if I can, even if it's not every week, but if I know there's people I can hang out and talk Yu-Gi-Oh with and discuss different things, maybe I can find that love again, that passion for the community of it. I don't know if this makes sense, and maybe I'm wording it poorly, but let me know if you guys agree with that. As of right now, I've decided Virtually Pro, Maso Duel, any of the Yu-Gi-Oh series will continue as usual. I won't cancel anything, because ultimately, whenever I do get that Debating on Quitting Yu-Gi-Oh finale together and uploaded, I think that will be my ultimate yes or no to whether I will continue Yu-Gi-Oh. And if I don't, guys, this channel will change. I understand that there's other repercussions of quitting Yu-Gi-Oh, because while my first videos are not Yu-Gi-Oh, actually my first videos on this channel entirely, which are no longer here, you guys don't see them, they're blocked off from you guys, was old Black Ops content. Black Ops 4, the end of Black Ops 3, that period. And then my first videos on the channel were actually FIFA. I actually have a couple old FIFA videos also, just completely removed. And then I tried, try not to laugh content, Minecraft stuff. The first Yu-Gi-Oh video actually did not come out to August in 2020. So there was a lot of other content on this even before that was before Yu-Gi-Oh. This was never supposed to be a pure Yu-Gi-Oh channel. And if I do remove this content, maybe at some point when I reach a current subscriber goal, maybe I can start a second Yu-Gi-Oh channel. There's that stuff I debate about. I know people who have subscribed and joined Patreon are Yu-Gi-Oh more based. If I quit Yu-Gi-Oh, that stuff will go away. It's one of those things where I sit here and I know there was always going to be backlash on quitting. But hopefully this makes sense to you guys. I have not quitting yet, but I wanted this follow-up so you guys could understand what is going on, and stay tuned for the finale, as I plan to get that together as soon as possible. But the content's going to be returning, guys. I'm literally going to be recording. Madden stuff has already somewhat been recording more of that franchise stuff. Yu-Gi-Oh stuff is going to get going again. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, tag out. I want to give a special thank you to all my Patreon members. Urza and Scott, you're amazing. If you guys want to check out Patreon and join it to get a shout out at the end, check Patreon down in the link to the description below. And you can also, like Scott did, make me re-record this.